Hey everyone, I'm at Partridge Point Park today, which has a new name since I've been here last. Last time I was here it was just called Partridge Point, but now there's a nifty new sign at the entrance. Makes it a little easier for you to find if you want to come here. And speaking of that, I'll put directions in the description of this video, so check that out. So this is a great place to look for fossils. These are Devonian era fossils. This is called the Thunder Bay Formation. The bay here is called Thunder Bay. This is where Alpena is. So don't confuse it with Thunder Bay in Canada. That's a completely different place. This is Lake Huron. The other Thunder Bay is on Lake Superior. So let's go look for some fossils. So the first find of the day is this. It's a big piece of metal. Not sure what that is. Doesn't look like a railroad spike. Big nail or a chisel. I'm not sure which. Kind of interesting. I'll leave it there. Speaking of chisels, I've been told there's a website called the Fossil Forum, and on there somebody told me that you cannot use a hammer and chisel here. You get a ticket from the DNR if they catch you doing that. So you can pick up rocks, you can flip rocks over, you just can't chisel them. So one of the fossils I want to look for here today, it's called a blastoid. I can see somebody's already dug a hole in the beach here, so I'm just going to expand their hole, I think. Blastoids are little tiny things, so I had to bring my glasses with me to find them. They're maybe 1/4 inch long, 3/8 of an inch long, and they look kind of like a little nut. So you just sort of dig around and look really carefully. I did find a different species once here that was much bigger. It's like an inch long. But looks like part of a little crinoid stem. I brought my neighbor Sam here, and he found lots of them, and I forgot my glasses that day, so I found none. They're really, really difficult to find. So I'm going to turn the camera off, and if I find something, I'll turn it back on and show you what I got. Just found a crinoid stem. There's lots of these here. This is an ancient sea animal. Had a big long stem and was kind of attached to the ground, and then there's looks like a flower on the top that sort of waves around and I guess eats microscopic stuff out of the water. So blastoids and crinoids are closely related from what I've read. So I'm going to keep digging around in here. Here's another little crinoid stem. It's kind of dirty. Alright, turn you back on when there's more to be seen. Okay, here's what I found so far. A few little crinoid stems, and I just found something really cool. Not sure what this is. This is either a blastoid. Can you see there's like 5 different parts to it there? And there's the other side. Or it's a crinoid calyx, which is like the head of the crinoid. I'm not sure which it is, but it's something. Keeping that one. That's neat. You see there's 5 segments there? Both crinoids and blastoids have that. So I couldn't tell you which one it is for sure. I've been here about 5 minutes. I'm still in the same hole I started in. I wanted to show you something else. Right next to the hole here, there's some of these death plates. Just all kinds of little fossils layered on these rocks. There's some really cool ones down the beach a little bit. I thought that was something, but I don't think it is anymore. I don't know what that is. Okay, back to my hole. Okay, here's what I found so far. Got lots of little crinoid stems, some of the little coral fossil here, another coral there. This might be a crinoid head or part of one, calyx. I can't really tell. But sometimes they have kind of geometric marks around on them. That looks kind of like that there. Certainly round. And then some trash that I'll take with me. Time to move to a new hole. Alright, heading down the beach, see what else I can find here. Check out the bedrock here. But those are all crinoid stems all over here. Just covered. Such cool stuff. Just imagine all that stuff dying and falling down onto the sea floor and getting covered in mud and eventually hardening into this rock. Neat stuff. Look at that. And see where people have been digging for little stuff here again. Might try that myself. This has been a very productive little stop here. This is only my second stop on the beach. Got lots of little crinoid stems. I think this is called bryozoan. You can see it's kind of like a mesh pattern there. Got another one over here. Cool stuff. I did find a little blastoid. So here it is. Can you see it's got 5 little segments? It kind of comes to a point back here. So that's a blastoid. I've got some brachiopods. And then maybe my best find, the one I'm the most excited about, is this. This is a crinoid calyx, or crinoid head. It's broken off on this side. I think that's the bottom of it, but I'm not at all sure about that. But either way, that's cool. I haven't found very many of these, and pretty excited to see that one. Some sort of a coral, I think. Really worn though. Won't believe I just found a little pudding stone. Didn't expect to find that here, but there's a little spot here where it's got little smaller rocks, and there are a few things that aren't fossils. I started over on that point there, which is a lot closer than it looks in the video. So I've rounded this other little point, just looking for some more rocks. So in this area, I find a lot of these death plates like this, and they're a little smaller. You can pick them up and take one home if you wanted. And sometimes I go up close to the woods here and I check out these. I find some nice ones up here sometimes. A little thick right there. You just start looking through them and find one you like. What's that? Oh, spider. Fossil. Cool stuff. Sometimes one side will have a lot on it. You can look at all those crinoid stems, and the other side might not have anything on it. So my point is, flip them over and see what they look like on the back. Isn't that cool? Left my waders in the car. Just walk around that this way. That white one caught my eye. Doesn't look that cool though. There's Alpina off in the distance. We're only a couple miles from town. Just coming around the corner here, and there's some houses off in the distance there, and I don't know if you can see, but there's kind of like little cliffs right in front of the houses. And U of M has a paper, I'll put it in the description, a link to it, showing a almost 7-inch trilobite that was found in those, they called them bluffs. Apparently, if you get close to those walls and start picking at them, the homeowners get very upset because that's what holds up their houses. So they have a good reason to get upset. So that's one of the reasons I haven't walked over too close. If there was more beach and there was more crumbled stuff laying on the ground, I'd go check it out. But I think I'll just stay back. I've never found a trilobite, by the way. Oh, actually, I take that back. Sam and I were looking in Black River one time, and we found something that may have been a trilobite. Sam found it. Ew. Just picked this up. Some sort of a colony of corals. Kind of neat. Found something interesting on the beach here. Haven't flipped it over yet. It might be another crinoid calyx right there, but I'm not sure. Yeah, nothing on the back. Don't know. A hole going into that one. Look at that one. That's 3 inches long, 2 inches long. Pretty big. I think that's another calyx. Very worn. I'll leave that one here, but it's kind of neat. I don't know what that is. It's big and it's cool looking. I don't know what that is either. That one's packed. Tree. It's a piece of driftwood. It's a nice one. My father-in-law carves fish and uses stuff like this to mount them to. So take that one home for him. See that island out there? That's Sulphur Island. I was out there a couple summers ago on my kayak and did a video. There's rocks out there are completely different than the rocks here, and really some cool stuff out there. I love that place. So why don't you check that video out? I'll link it here, and I'll see you over in that video.